There's certain techniques that help you produce more force into the ground, right? But the ability to produce force is a highly physical trait that athletes need to develop. And a lot of athletes for sprinting don't develop. So I dived into, number one, what is the first lens I'm gonna look at? I'm gonna look at what are the physical properties that it takes to run fast. Now, what are the technical things that can help these physical properties, right? And then I look at even further on the third side is, what are the individual needs this athlete has? Is one leg more dominant than the other? Do they have an injury history? Is there a big asymmetry between what they're doing? So we try to find ways that we could very, very, very easily individualize for each guy, although they're in a team. So what does each guy need individually? So where it is now is that all the data that we collect, you know, the past couple of years has been a lot of practice, a lot of research. What we're doing is we're trying to quantify a way to individualize for an athlete. There's hundreds of different, you know, paths from there. So there's hundreds of different ways you can individualize. What the big rocks are, we need to solve for those physical needs first, and then bleed in some of that technical stuff. So our research had to find what are those physical things? What are the physical big rocks that we can attack on a daily basis with the group that just came out here, which is 14-year-old boys? What are the big rocks? We don't have a 1080 out here. They're not on GPS right now. They're not doing ground contact times. But how has our research led to understanding this level of athlete? And that's the key. We know the big rocks because we looked at the data. When it comes to technique, we're not over here teaching all the time. We're developing the forces necessary and then fixing one or two technical things over the course of months. That's it. And it's simple as that. And when I grew up, when I was learning speed, it was so overcomplicated that I felt like I had to have like a PhD just to read the book sometimes, you know? And what we're trying to do now is simplify this process. We'll show you the big rocks. Here's the physical tools you need to develop. Here's the technical things you can do on your own and figure out. And then here's the other like individual things that only you would know. Have you been injured? How often do you work out? What kind of volume are you doing? What kind of intensity are you doing? Basic stuff. And you can create a program that's world class with anybody at any level.